Alright, what's going on everybody? So got a lot of developments to talk about. So this is going to be one of those longer videos than usual, but I'm going to try to, get through everything as fast as possible. So the current rumored Last of Us remastered release date is now August 7th. Rumored. The original rumored release date was like sometime in June, around the time that the original Last of Us had released, but that rumor was debunked. And now, according to retailers, according to the information that some retailers got from suppliers, they're saying that it's going to be released sometime in August, specifically August 7th. Now, I'm honestly hoping that this is not true because I didn't tell anybody this, but I will be going away for 2 weeks in August on vacation to visit some relatives and family that I haven't seen in a really long time. So, I'm going back. Yeah, I'm finally taking that trip back to Jamaica, going back to Jamrock real quick. So yeah, I'll be over there from about like August 1st, which is my birthday, by the way. We're leaving on August 1st, till about for 2 weeks. So we'll probably be back like I'll probably be back like August 14th. So I'm hoping the game doesn't come out on during this time because I won't be able to play it for at least a week because I'll be over there or whatever, and I'm obviously not bringing my PlayStation with me. But I'm deadly afraid of planes. I hate planes, and of course you got to fly over there. I'm not looking forward to the plane at all. I hate planes. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Let's get back into the stuff we want to talk about. In less believable news, Red Dead Redemption may be coming to PC after all. I'm not really gonna spend too much time talking about this. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Let's move on because Rockstar just pisses me off with this, man. We desperate for GTA 5 on PC. We desperate for Red Dead Redemption on PC. Rockstar is a whole bunch of trolls. So anyway, after many rumors of it, Far Cry 4 is confirmed to be coming to all platforms, last gen and next gen and PC, except for, yep, you guessed it, the Wii U. So Far Cry 4 is confirmed, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, and PC. And it seems like the rumors were true. This is going to take place in the Himalayas. Far Cry 3 was one of the few, very few amazing games that I did not complete. I did not complete Far Cry 3 because it just came out at a bad time for me that I was just so busy I could not complete it. One of the rare games, one of the very rare games that yours truly did not beat. So remember that one for the history records because you're not going to hear of many other games where I buy on release that I don't end up beating. So, remember that one because you're never going to hear about such an occurrence again. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Far Cry 4. Other than that, there's a report that the majority of core gamers in the United States prefer physical disc over digital media. I remember when there was a big debate about physical versus digital, a few years back. And there was a lot of conversations and talk about it and everything like that. And I think what we came to was that console gamers obviously prefer physical disc, and PC mainly guys didn't really care, but they did have a preference for digital. So just going to read the report real quick. It says the majority of core gamers in the United States prefer to buy their games on physical disc rather than digitally. According to a new study from research firm the NPD Group, when pricing is the same, 74% of respondents said that they would opt for a physical disc over a download. Though physical media still reigns king for core gamers, a preference for digital is growing. With me, I do prefer physical over digital, even though it doesn't really bother me at all. But I think tangibility increases your feel of ownership for something when you can actually feel and touch something rather than it being just digital. This is gonna be interesting. Flappy Birds, according to a report from CNBC, will be returning with multiplayer. If you remember a while back, I talked about it. The creator of the extremely addictive and simple game took Flappy Birds off of the App Store because he said it was too addictive. Yeah, that was it. That's exactly what he said. He made bank off of this game, this simple game that probably took him probably less than $1,000 to make, and made bank off of it, and took it down because it was too addictive. Now it's returning with multiplayer, which will probably, increase the addictiveness, because of the competition, and ruin people's lives again. I think that's safe to say. I don't know if it's going to be the exact same hit it was when it originally came out, if this re-release is going to produce the same results, but I think it's still going to, be pretty popular regardless. So, look out for that in, what is that, August? Yep, August. So Sony has released some statements about the many departures from Naughty Dog and whittled it down to just being a daily occurrence in the industry. Now, there was we talked a lot about all the people that left Naughty Dog, and was there something going on behind the scenes, and why were so many people leaving? Sony claims it's just a daily occurrence. That was one of our theories, but the odd thing about it, once again, was just so many people were leaving all at one time. It wasn't so much that people were leaving. Leaving, yes, is a daily occurrence in any industry, right? But when you have so many people from one studio, prolific people leaving in such a small time span, that is what is not a daily occurrence. At least I don't think so. That is odd. That, that definitely raises a red flag. All right, so next, this will really get the fanboys wet. All right, so Microsoft has made a statement on, the whole Xbox One versus PlayStation 4, especially in, the whole wake of the price drop and everything like that. So now the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are matched up evenly in terms of price if you get the Connectless edition. And Microsoft has said, yeah, they're the same price, but they have the better games. So I don't even want to get into that. It's kind of like the same thing I had talked to, I had made that video response to Trey about the, having the best games is obviously subjective and based on your preference and what type of games you like. But this statement came from Microsoft's Youssef Medhi, and he's the marketing boss, and he believes that they have the better lineup, and he's supposed to. He works for them, and he should have that type of faith in their games. Now, obviously, everybody knows I'm a fan of Sony, and the reason I'm a fan of Sony is because I think overall, in the long term, at the end of the generation, after the marathon is done, Sony produces the better catalog. Sony produces the better library overall, and that's just my opinion. I feel like if you look at the body of work, right, even with the PS3 and how crappy the PS3 started out, if you look at it, even you could, like, I think if someone says, the PS3 sucked early on, hell, I'll agree with you. High five, all of that. But I think in the long term, the PlayStation consoles kind of always end up producing the better games, in my opinion. The most, the memorable, the amazing type of game. Now, in the beginning, like I said, it's possible they may stink up the place with the type of games they release early on, but further down the line, they produce some amazing results, especially, and I go with, Sony as my platform of preference, even though I have both, because, they have those many first-party studios that games are coming from. With Microsoft, they kind of just buy out games from third parties and such, and, that's not always reliable. You can't always rely on, an exclusive experience, if you get what I'm saying, based on them just buying one out instead of making it from their internal studios. So, that's just my opinion. And also, Youssef Medhi commented on to the question of why is the PlayStation 4 outselling the Xbox One. His answer was the PlayStation is available in more markets. The PlayStation 4 is available in 40 markets. He said they are only available in 13. But okay, I get that, right? I completely agree with you, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and some credit, because that is, somewhat of a reasonable explanation. But the next comment and reason he gave, was just this community's level of damage control. Peep what he said. besides, the market thing, he also said the reason the PlayStation 4 is outselling the Xbox is because Xbox 360 owners are a lot more satisfied with their 360 right now and are enjoying their 360 right now than PS3 owners are. So Xbox 360 owners are a lot less inclined to buy an Xbox One. You get me? So he's saying 360 owners are happy with their last console because Microsoft just provided them with a great console. And he's saying pretty much PS3 owners are not that satisfied, so they feel the more of a need to upgrade than 360 owners. I want to know where he pulled that from. Where did he get that type of information to formulate that kind of theory and conclusion? Where? Can I get some some survey or something like that? I don't know, something. But if he says so, man, I don't know about that. That's kind of weird, especially to me, since we know that the Xbox 360 kind of died in 2012. And I don't mean died in support, because Microsoft is obviously still supporting it, but as far as anything worthwhile coming out for it, it died in 2012. In 2013, there was the Gears of War Judgment, which even Gears fans hated, or it was just pretty much crap. In 2013, Sony had some pretty good exclusives that came out that was still worthwhile having a PS3 for. The Xbox 360 died in 2012. Like I said, the Xbox 360 had a way better start than the PS3. So, and they had more years where they were dominating. But in 2013, Sony had God of War Ascension, which was easily not nowhere as good as God of War 3. Easily, nobody's denying that. I compared it to Gears of War Judgment pretty much. And there was obviously The Last of Us, the most rewarded game in video game history. Came at the end of the PlayStation 4's life. PlayStation 3's life, excuse me. Gran Turismo 6, I'm not a fan. I don't like that game at all. But you get my point. There were actually relevant games that came out during that time, towards the end and towards the time when the next gen consoles were coming out. So if anything, I would say the PS3 owners would have a lot more to do on their PS3s currently than the Xbox 360, which didn't have anything relevant coming to it, after 2012. Yeah, obviously they had Titanfall, which was also on Xbox One in 2014. But as far as literally just exclusives for that game, for that console, nah, it's pretty much been dead since 2012. I'm just saying, but wow, 13 minutes, talked about a lot. But let me know what y'all think about all this. I'm out of here.